Yo, what is up everybody? Prime Dice here again with another video. In this video, what I will be doing is that I will be teaching you how to clear the dungeon for Weaty, Aurigas exploration. I recently just did it. Everything that I'm going to be showing you here, nothing was on my own. Okay, I had a lot of help from the community. You know, I reviewed a lot and a lot of guides, strategies for this dungeon. The one that actually helped me out the most was the one from Blanquito and Castillo. Also, I saw I had a huge help from Crust, from JD, from Esa, from Zombie Slayer, you name it. Like a lot of people helped me out throughout this dungeon to see what actually worked. And I found something that actually worked with the current gear that I have and the familiars. Okay, so if you're in a similar situation than me, then obviously you can actually do it. Note, I am not maxed out in my ancients or anything like that. Yes, I am maxed out in TS. I am tier 21. I will go over my gear. I will go over the familiars, the augments, the runes I have, everything that I did to clear this dungeon. Okay. If I missed out anybody else, just write it in the comment. You know, I'm really forgetful when it comes to those type of things. You know, when we tackle D4s, we all know, right, that as long as we have a setup that can clear all the bosses at least individually, then we all know that it just takes like at least one lucky run that everything aligns in our favor for us to actually be able to clear the dungeon. Okay. So this setup, I managed to clear all the bosses individually one time, and then it was just a matter of time before I could actually do it. I did it on stream. If you want to watch it on stream, you can actually go over there and watch it, but I'm gonna make this video. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully I can clear it in my first try. If I don't clear it on my first try, then I will just speed it up until I clear it, because usually the one that gives me the most problems out of all the bosses is Washi. He's the one that actually can annihilate everybody, and I will go over why my current setup for the familiars and everything, etc. You know, so if you like this type of content or whatever, just subscribe and like the video, you know, so it can help out more players. Like I said, I didn't do this on my own. I had huge help from the community. Okay, so with that being said, let's hop over into the gear that I'm going into. Okay. When I actually join, I just have this setup right here just so I can join full tier 21 just for the TS. Okay, that is 109,000, so that way my familiars can have that increment of TS. And then when I go into the dungeon, this is the setup that I'm actually using. Okay, so pet really doesn't matter. Pet are disabled, the brains are disabled as well, and you go into the battle with 0 SP. Every battle that you encounter, you have 0 SP. Okay, so if you're in tier 21, RC is going to be a little bit easier for you. So let's go over my gear. My Clover, I have a tier 20. Like, I'm not the main damage dealer, to be honest. I'm just not the main damage dealer. Like, I could maybe even switched out Clover and put a tier 21, but this is the setup that I had. Okay, but currently, if you have things that can give you dual strike and empower, even better, because that will help you out for your healing skills, and it will help you out for the shields. There's one that's for shields, but you will see how I play this setup. Okay, I got this ancient, the Flaming Protector, and it says that Expender 5. Every time you spam, listen closely because I figured this out afterwards, because apparently I'm stupid. Okay, so Expender 5, give 2 SP to your team. Every time you spend 5 SP, you will give 2 SP to your team. This is huge. Okay, Exo Jacket, just because I'm the one that's the bait and everything, you know, so I will be dying quicker and everything. You know, let me switch this out. Right now I just need to move all my attack because obviously I was playing this one. So let me give me a second real quick. Sorry, I forgot to switch everything over to how it was. So everything will go towards speed. Okay, and I believe, yeah, I believe this is speed. Everything's set to speed. Okay, like your stat spread, everything's set to speed. So now with this setup, you are debate, so that's why I have Exo Jack. Okay, so that way you cannot take more than 50% of your maximum health in one attack. So that's all that I'm there for. I'm just there to absorb all the damage and whatever. Whenever I get targeted. My pet, I have this pet just for the increased speed, so that way I can go quicker. I can protect my familiars and everything. And the main hand, I have Skynet's main hand. You can find this in World Boss. I believe it is in tier 20 World Boss, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it's in Notorious Beef, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in Notorious Beef. Okay, tier 20. So this is what I have. I mean, I have the full set. People have done it with the full set. People have done it with fire rents and whatever. But I'm just doing what actually works for me. Okay. So the skill rotation. So obviously, whenever you start out, you're hella fast. So you're always going to be going quick. Okay. So whenever you have this skill, so you will just proc your normal skills until you have 1 SP. So this is what I was doing wrong. This is why I was struggling, because I was saying using these two skills, the Skymark and Skynet Avatar, how they were supposed to be used. Okay, because remember, this one will be actually using 2 SP. So if I use 2 of this and 1 of this, then my whole team gets 2 SP. Okay, so this one, it will heal your target familiar, the target ally that you select, and you will get 1 SP. And if you proc dual strike or whatever, then obviously you will get more than 1 SP, and you will see it in the runs. And then Skynet Avatar, this one will transform the next damage received to heal. So this is the way that you are going to be protecting your familiars. If you don't have Skynet, the main hand, then you can use Euxonium Lace. Mind you, I did not have Euxonium Lace for this. I was just doing some regen today, and I so happened to get it. It's like, now that I don't need it, now I have it. So what the Euxonium Lace will do is that it will actually do the same thing that the Skynet does. Okay, so if you want to use a different main hand and you have Euxonium Lace here, boom, guess what? You will have the same effect. Okay, and it's a 2 SP skill as well, and it will actually help you out to protect your familiars and yourself as well. Okay, so this is the setup that I have. My runes, I have everything dual strike. My enchant, I have 3 evades and 3 dual strike. You can drop these evades if you want, and you can put empower or just add more dual strike as well in them, but I just had them in there, and this is the setup that I actually had. Runes, obviously dual strike. This one I have, when you get hit, increases your SP by 1, so that's good. Below, I have the core rune. Like, these ones I really didn't care too much. It was more about my dual strike and whatever. Okay, so this is me. Currently, for whenever I level up, everything also goes towards speed. So this is the setup that I actually will be using across the whole dungeon. Hopefully everything makes sense when it comes to the skills, and you will actually watch me play it in the dungeon as well. Okay, so with that being said, so like I said, I go into a dungeon full PS, and then when I'm inside the dungeon, I just switch over. Okay, so that's that. So for this one, let me go over my familiars. The familiars that I was using: Himusa +5. My Lurky, currently I have him +2, but since I wanted 2 Lurkies, I took 1 off, and I just have him +1. So I have 1 plus Lurky. I mean, I have 2 plus Lurky +1, and Murphy because of the deflect. And I really don't know. I haven't confirmed if this procs whenever this familiar actually gets it, but I just had him in here as well. So let's go over the augments so you can see them. If you want, just pause them. I mean, pause it so that way I'm not explaining all of this. So this video is not like 40 minutes long. Okay. I'm just gonna go over this real quick. Like I said, just pause it. And this is the gear that I have. Look, for Lurky, I have everything epic, you know, because I don't have that much luck for that. Like I said, brain really doesn't matter just because we like brain are not going to be activated. So for Murphy, I have the redirect chance since this is the one that has deflect chance, right? Just in case for Washi, if I'm lucky, I will proc deflect and freaking obliterate Washi, you know, but I don't know. I don't feel that deflect is working for me, so it's like whatever, you know. So this is the setup that I had. Instead of Lurky, if you want to use somebody else, maybe Captain. This one is pretty good to actually get him, you know, if you don't have Lurky. The only downside is the speed. If you look at the speed, this one is maxed out. He's +5. I have him +5. And even though like the speed makes a huge difference in this setup, I'm not gonna lie, like it makes a huge difference. And when I chose this one, before I even saw that somebody was actually using this one, just because of the shock, so I was like, okay, so I have a +2 Lurky and I have this one that also procs shocks and everything, you know. And I was like, boom, okay, perfect, and then let's use this one. And I believe that Esa was the one that actually said it first, and then Crust, and they were like, why not use 2+1 Lurky because of the speed and whatever, you know, and you will still do damage. I was like, okay, let me try it, and it actually worked, you know. So kudos to that, you know. I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted like a high Lurky, just a +2, you know. So okay, so like I said, this is the setup. This is how I'm going in. Then I will switch it inside. If you don't have Kimusawa, so okay, so the reason why I have Kimusawa, obviously, like I have him +5. Maybe you can, like, I've seen people clear it with 3+5 Lurkies, but I don't have +5 Lurkies. Mine in the back, and the first one, the deflect familiar, you know. Usually a lot of people use Gelo. I don't have Gelo for the deflect chance, and he's also a legendary familiar. It just passed this last invasion whenever I was going to farm for it, and the invasion, I was too late. That is all. Okay, so I just have Kimusa because what I saw is that barrier, if you have a familiar with barrier on it, for Washi, it will stop all the crazy attacks that Washi does, and this actually helped me out in order for me to sustain a little bit more so I can kill Washi. Okay, okay, so I'm just gonna go in now so you guys can see how I ran in this dungeon, and I will explain like skill by skill and when to do what and whatever. If I can't manage to clear it in this first try, then I will just speed it up until I clear it or whatever, you know, and that way this video is not like freaking 1 hour long. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet. Hopefully all of that made sense, and as I go through the dungeon and as I fight each boss, I will actually show you what is my thought process and everything. So this video is going to be kind of long, but I want you to pay attention to the things that I'm saying, so that way you can also mimic what I am doing as well. Like I said, there's a lot of, like, for this dungeon specifically, I believe there's like over 12 strategies out there, you know. And like I said, I tried each and every one. Even Ference was one of the strategies, and it just wasn't working for me. So I just went with what worked for me. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's see if I can actually stop myself. Okay, so the first one is Washi. Let's see how this goes, because usually Washi is the hardest one for me to actually beat. Okay, let's see if RNG is on my side. Okay, so whenever you start out, it's going to be pretty straightforward with all of these. When I start out, you know, try to get this up, then you protect your familiars, get the SP, protect your familiars as much as you can. Okay, see, all of them have SP because of my helmet and everything. And they also have protect, so if they receive any damage or whatever, then hey, they're supposed to heal up. Okay, so I like using Destiny Chaser with Lurky. If you haven't accumulated your SP, then just use to the weakest enemy shock and whatever, so you can proc the EMPs, and just pray that the dual strike. See, and sometimes this happens, you know, like it's okay, you know. Sometimes this happens and you just get destroyed like out the gate. Usually for me, this is already a bad run. I would just quit it, but I'm trying to show you guys like, okay, look, this is how you can do it or whatever. So let's see if I'm lucky. It's just that right now there's some familiars in here that they're just terrible for my setup, you know. So let's see if I can actually hold off a little bit. It's like I said, Washi to me is like the most difficult one, you know. See, I mean, this round I'm not going to be able to do it. Maybe I will, but let's see. Let's see. Because I believe this one also has like an attack brain, and that's what actually like obliterates me. If I can keep at least this Lurky alive and he doesn't die, boom. See? So I kill Washi. Washi is the most difficult one, okay? So let's see. I'm gonna continue because with this setup, if I can maintain this Lurky alive, and with this setup, I'm supposed to actually be able to win. And the reason why I put this Lurky in the back because this one has closest enemy 2 times and shock. So this one can kill this Lurky while I actually give him some health and whatever, okay? So what you do, you protect your familiars and everything, try to get your Lurky back on track. And obviously, like, I only have one Lurky, so it maybe it is going to be a little bit difficult, you know, especially for the procs and my shock and everything. Especially with Robosawa, because Robosawa, that fight takes like a long time, to be honest. So let's see. Let's see how this goes, okay? So all that you're aiming for is to actually get those shock procs and everything, and hopefully you can kill them real quick. Hopefully everything procs, you know, and you can kill them. So in this one, this familiar will always attack the weakest, so you need to be careful, because if you have 2 or 3 of them, the likelihood of you dying is like really high. You need to try and take him out like real quick and protect yourself as much as possible in your Lurky and your tank. And my Kimusao, he will hold off a little bit, you know, so, but I can't be complacent or anything like that. I try to attack him like real quick. So here comes Robosawa, okay? Like I said, Robosawa sometimes can like one-shot one of my Lurkies, you know. Hopefully he doesn't do it now. Remember the goal, Robosawa, he has an attack brain like Washi as well. And you just need to be careful, you know, because sometimes like this, you see, sometimes he will target you. You just need to kill like the DPS familiars first. Protect Lurky, you know, whenever you can protect them. And like I said, Kimusawa, and I'm not too stressed out about Kimusawa. And I will show you like whenever I kill all the familiars, I will show you what I do when it's only I'm Robosawa left only. I will show you. Okay, now Robosawa is all alone, okay? So this is vital for you to do. Okay, you need to make sure that Kimosawa and Lurky always has at least one protection on them. Okay, because whenever it's Lurky's turn to attack, say he will use he will attack Robosawa, but Robosawa has the attack frame. So if you see boom, and now he's dead. So I can, oh snap, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know I can actually revive this Lurky. So that was my bad. There, but you just need to try to protect your Lurkies at all times, especially whenever it's Lurky's time to attack. Just because of that, especially Kimosawa. See, okay, so this round I'm not going to be able to do it. You know, damn, I really didn't know that I could actually revive this Lurky. I thought I already revived him or whatever, but it's all good. So this one is a failed attempt and whatever, you know, but that's the goal, you know. Try to protect your Kimosawa and everything. Usually I like Washi at the end. I like fighting Dr. E and Robosawa at the beginning, clearing all the other mobs, and then fighting Washi for last. Okay, and that is the setup. You know, you just give yourself SP, you heal, you know, you protect. Sorry, you heal and protect. Boom, and then from there you use your Lurky to proc shock on Robosawa. Okay, and the most important thing, protect your Lurkies and protect your Kimosawa before attacking Robosawa, because that attack frame, when it procs, it hits hard. Okay, so let's do it again. Let's do it again. So that is basically, that is the setup. I'm gonna try and continue to play this. You already know the strategy for Dr. E, you know the strategy for Washi, so I'm gonna speed it up now so you guys can see it until I can fight Dr. E, and then I will slow it down, so that way you can actually see how I fight Dr. E. Dr. E for me was the easiest one. Okay, Robosawa is like a 75 and 25% chance, just because sometimes that brain procs like way too many times, and it kills my Lurky how it did there, instead of hitting my Kimosawa. Also, I didn't have my Murby in the back, you know, so it's like there are some things that I just wasn't good in that run, you know. So let's do this again. Let's do this again. Like I said, I'm gonna speed it up until Dr. E. Okay, so let's go with Dr. E since he just appeared here. Okay, remember the main goal is to try to kill this one first, because he attacks me, and Dr. E will also attack me, so I need to protect my familiars. I mean, I need to protect myself is the priority right now. I don't care too much about my Lurkies, because Dr. E and this stupid TV will just attack me, okay, because they attack weakest. So my goal, okay, that one is dead. So now everything from Lurky, I will just attack Dr. E. That is why this one is like the easiest one, because he doesn't have attack brain or anything like that. I believe he has heal people whenever he gets attacked, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this one is the easiest one for me. Protect myself up, do this. And also the most important thing is to actually try and protect your familiars as well, and everything. See, that Dr. E, out of all the bosses, Dr. E is the easiest one. Now here, since the tank is left, what I do is that I try to get Murby with trying to get him with shields and stack him up on shields and everything, you know, because shields is like a huge plus here, especially before the other bosses and everything, especially whenever you're in a situation that you just have the tank only. Just try to get as much shields as possible, you know, and then it's just a matter of time like that your lurkies begin to proc their dual strike and the EMP and everything, you know, get them up on shields. Then if you want to stack up on shields, you use this one, shield weakest teammate for whatever. I mean, it's not that much, but still, shields is shields, you know, doesn't matter. By far, this one is the easiest one. You should have no problem whatsoever. You just need to be hella fast. That is all, you know. You just need to be fast, so you can outspeed that one. And she's going to be attacking you, so it's like, yeah. And from here, let's see if I can actually, and from here, Robosawa is here as well. Let's do this and let's see if I can actually clear this out, and so you guys can see. At the end of the day, you guys got the gist of it, you know. It's going to take me a couple of more tries and whatever, you know. So from here on out, you guys already know everything that you guys need to know for each boss. Okay, so you guys saw me that I've killed Robosawa. I think you guys have seen me kill Robosawa. Like I said, Robosawa is a hit or miss sometimes with that attack brain and whatever. Washi is the hardest one for me. Dark 3, you saw how easy it was. So from here on out, I'm just gonna speed it up. Like I said, everything needs to align in a perfect run for me to actually be able to clear, because that's what it happened, you know. But from here on out, I'm just gonna speed up everything. I'm not going to talk until the end of the video, until I clear the dungeon. I just want you guys to see that I was able to clear, that I am able to clear the dungeon. I mean, I have it completed, right? But I want you guys to see it, okay? So from here on out, speed up until I actually finish. See, and just like that, we just cleared this dungeon. And you saw, like, after I dealt with Robosawa and Washi, you saw the familiars that I had. I only had one lurky. Obviously it took way longer than expected, obviously, because I only had one lurky. But I only had one lurky, one Kimusawa, obviously one Kimusawa. I had Kimusawa, one lurky, and myself, you know. And it is I'm not going to say it is that simple, you know. And just an overview, this one is the Skyness main hand, because I forgot, I don't know if I actually said it. The main hand is tier 20 microware as well, tier 21 the scramble egg, tier 18 and tier 17. Okay, my total TS is 77,000. Okay, so whenever, so that goes with that video. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as well. And yeah, whenever I clear the next D4 that I'm under TS, like, I need a lot of building to do, and at least get another lurky +1 to at least have 2+2 lurky instead of +1. I will put out a video for that one. If you like this video, please subscribe down below, hit that like video. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments below, and as soon as I see it, I will reply to it. And yeah, so that's how you go on clearing the Weaty dungeon. And then when you actually clear it, you'll get that beautiful message and be able to craft Weaty. So you get this material, the W3 core. Okay, so I'm missing raid, mythics, and I'm missing trials and gauntlets. I'm mythic as well. Well, I have the Usonium lace, but I really don't know if I want to melt it just yet, you know. But I think I am going to melt it just because Skyness main hand is good. But if I want extra TS, then maybe I will melt it and use that one. But I really don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm just gonna save it for now. Okay. Yeah. So nothing. See you on the next video, everybody. This is Prime Dice, and hope that you all enjoy. Peace out.